world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club.
Man, what the hell is this, man?
Breakfast Club, bitches.
I'm glad they put y'all together. Y'all are like a mega force. Y'all just took over every...
Wake your punk ass up.
This Chris Brown. I've officially joined the Breakfast Club. Say something, mother...
I'm with it.
The world's most dangerous morning show. Breakfast Club, bitches. You know who we are.
The most dangerous morning show.
Put some respect on it.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up.
Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, how you doing? It's LG.
LG, what up? Get it off your chest, brother.
What up, man? Hey, so, I just pretty much want to say I'm a car transporter, man. The way the cars out here, man, they don't respect us, man. You know, when you see a big truck on the road, you know, you got to move to the side. Everybody trying to cut us off, not giving us no respect out there on the road, man.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Lately, I've been feeling like them trucks been driving like they cars. I feel like it's been like that the last few years. They be pulling up, they be cutting over on the side of the road like they driving regular vehicles.
Hey, look, but sometimes you got to bully your way in out there, man.
Nah, y'all too big to be bullying your way in.
All right, you got a Mack truck, bro. You fool around and hit somebody.
Hey, look, I ain't even got a Mack truck. I transport cars and everything, so I got a 3-car trailer, big baby. You know what I mean?
No,
but
I
when
don't.
you trying to move over, you trying to get to the side, you know, like don't nobody want to get over.
Yeah, I don't like
agree
that.
with that. People do try to not let trucks over, and sometimes trucks got to take that because people will speed up, drive in your blind spot. So I know that's not an easy thing. I've seen it happen. I've probably done it.
Yeah, trucks do the same thing though. I don't like that. Because y'all already got command of the road. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can really hurt somebody. Like, you can't just swerve over into another lane when you driving a big-ass Mack truck.
Yeah, but cars got to be careful, too, because cars be disrespectful to them trucks and just hop over and think the truck could just slow down.
It goes both ways. It definitely goes both ways.
That's a lot of weight on the road, man. All I'm saying is, when you see a truck, just give us some respect we deserve. You know what I mean? Like, we out here every day. It's a lot of weight. It's a lot of responsibility. You know what I mean?
You in your truck now, brother?
We travel. Huh?
You in your truck now?
No, I'm actually about to head. I'm heading to work right now to go get my truck.
All right, I was going to ask you to blow the horn, but all right, thank you, brother.
He wants you to blow something. You always doing that.
As a kid, that was the coolest thing. We used to drive to Disney back in the day, and you see a truck, you get the truck driver to blow the horn. That was the coolest thing.
Okay.
Y'all never did that?
Yes.
No.
You
used to flash them, and Ever you done show them your breasts?
That's right.
That's in the
if you want to signal truckers to blow you, do your thing, King.
See, y'all always take it too far.
What?
Y'all take it too far.
What?
Yeah, you never been to Disney. That's why you never did it. Hello, who's this?
Yo. Angela Lee, Charlamagne, the God, DJ Envy. What's up?
What up? Get it off your chest, brother.
Today's my birthday. I'm 26 years old, man.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations, King.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, I woke up early this morning just to call you guys and say, yo, I'm so happy. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller from Florida.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday, brother.
What happy you got to? How you going to sell it?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Cash Money Blaze 2496.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you. That's not enough for nobody to want to put nothing in your Cash App. I mean, you're not the only person with a birthday out here, sir.
I mean, if anybody feel generous, anybody feel big baller, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you, Charlamagne.
There you go.
No, I ain't got it for you this morning. I'm going to be honest with you.
What you doing for your birthday?
I heard you guys gave that girl a steak dinner. I was like, oh, man, me and my wife are going to love it.
She had a better story than you did. And I think it was something to do with her children. I'll send you a book, though. I got a copy of Anita Kopach's Shallow Waters. I'll send you that for your birthday.
All right.
I got you.
That.
Happy birthday. It's
Thank
yours.
you.
Well, you have a good one, brother.
You got it. Thank you, DJ.
Hold on. I'll get your address. Hello, who's this?
This Dee from the D, Detroit.
Dee, what up, though?
Dee from Virginia and Detroit.
No, the D.
Oh, the D.
She's from Detroit.
Dee from the D.
Charlamagne. Gotta be Charlamagne.
Dee from the D.
What up, Dee?
So I want to get it off my chest. Hey, y'all. I am very respectable. I was born in 81, but I am so sad of my mama. Sorry, mama. My brother and my baby daddy Everybody, just please leave me alone. It's okay to say no, right?
Yes, it is. It's called Boundaries. There's a great book called Set Boundaries, Find Peace by Nedra Tawwab Glover that talks about that.
Yes, I am simply just tired of everybody else. And people, I wish y'all would call them the Breakfast Club with your up. Like, get out here and do it. I do whatever I need to do. I live in Detroit. I hustle. I survive. Stop begging and get it together, please. That's all I want to say. And rest in power to Donald Gillespie, my father. I love y'all Breakfast Club. I listen to you every morning.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Dee Dee from the D.
Right.
Have a good one, Dee Dee. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Keisha from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Hey, Keisha from North Carolina.
Fayetteville.
Get it off your chest.
This is for you, Envy.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
so proud of you and Gia with this book. Y'all doing outstanding out here.
I thought her name was Gia.
It is Gia, but that's all right. It's good. She had good intentions. Go ahead, Mama.
I said Gia. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
But I went to book my tickets for the car show, and I know that the $20 tickets was out. But can you start doing family tickets? Because most of us have kids out here.
Well, how many kids you
and
got,
they
Mama?
want to see the show.
How many
I got 3 and a husband.
How old are your kids?
3 and a husband.
That's it, like having a kid.
17, 14, and 10.
17, 14, and 10. Oh, you want family pack? I try to get the tickets that, the first, I think like 1,000 tickets. We try to do them inexpensive as possible. But you hold on, and I send you a couple tickets, all right?
All right, thanks, Envy. Hey, Sean.
Peace, Queen.
So what car show, though?
Atlanta.
That's July 9th. Okay, we'll set you up, Mama. Hold on, all right?
Thank you.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Gia, the 803, man. You country cousin. I'm back.
Take us on speaker.
You can hear me now, man?
I can hear you better.
Yeah, why you sound like you in auto-tune, bro?
Man, I'm driving, man.
What's happening, King?
Ain't nothing. I was just trying to spread a little positivity, man. And till I heard somebody, every time I was going to and playing with what's going on with all that.
He was talking about Dick's Sporting Goods, the store, King.
Man, the sports store where you go get you the baseballs and basketballs and all that equipment.
Come on, get your mind out the gutter, King.
All that equipment, huh? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I know you've been driving trucks all night, but come on, get your mind out the gutter, King. And we appreciate you too as a truck driver.
No, I ain't no truck driver, man. I'm driving my car.
How'd you get
I thought he said he was driving truck.
No, man. I drive. I got to go to work.
Oh, okay. Where you work at?
I work at a construction company. I ain't going to even call the name because might not get talking too much.
I feel you. Well, I'm happy you got a job,
man.
King.
Hey, hey, man, when you going to have one of them seminars over here in South Carolina, man? Y'all don't do nothing down here.
I don't know.
Land to see.
I don't know. We got to figure it out. I think the closest we've been is North Carolina, but we gonna get back to it as soon as this.
Y'all did do a seminar in Columbia before. What you talking about? Yes, you did with Chris.
Oh yeah, we did one.
What you talking about?
Yeah, with Chris. Yeah, we sure did. That was early on. Yeah, we sure did.
Y'all did one in the 803. Salute to my guy Chris.
Yeah, you missed that one, brother. Hello, who's this?
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, get it off your chest.
Now, I'm tired of working. I'm tired of going to school. I'm tired of working for somebody else while they living their best life because I want to live my best life too. But early in the morning.
So basically, Kim Kardashian was right.
Well, she a little bit right.
You tired of working. You don't feel like that today.
So you feel like you need to get off your ass and work.
Huh?
I'll tell you a good story, man. And I mean, listen, I can never tell somebody what to do, but I met a young lady this weekend. Her name was Julie. She's in Providence, Rhode Island, and she was tired of getting laid off. Like during the pandemic, she got laid off. Mm-hmm. So, you know, she launched her own restaurant. She's got a restaurant downtown in Providence, Rhode Island. So, I don't know. Maybe it's something that you can do. Maybe it's something you want to do.
I'm in school trying to open up my own doctor's office, but just the road to get there is just too much for me.
It happens, though. It's not easy. It's not easy, though.
And to be an entrepreneur is a lot of work.
It is.
And school is a lot of work. Like, you get up every day and, you know, you exhausting a lot of mental and emotional energy, physical energy. None of this is going to be easy. I think you probably just having a day-to-day. But I promise you, when you cross that finish line, you're going to think it was all worth it.
Oh, thanks, guys.
That's all.
Have a good one, Mama. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's Steve DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. You know him from Snowfall and a host of other things. His birthday is one day before mine. He's a fellow Virgo.
Oh, God.
Damson Idris. Welcome, son.
How you doing,
welcome, son. Welcome, sir.
He said son. Why did you call him your son?
Damn, son.
I didn't know your birthday was the 1st of September.
No, you a day before me. I'm September 3rd.
Oh, 3rd.
I'm
okay.
the 3rd. Yes,
okay,
yes.
a buddy of mine is the 3rd too. Actually, the showrunner of Snowfall, Dave Andron, same birthday. Yeah, Virgo's the best. You know.
Absolutely.
They had us on New Year's.
There you go. Now, the first thing you said was, I love New York because I love Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
What do you love so much about Jamaican culture, and what do you love?
Obviously, the food.
Jerk chicken, oxtail.
I'm an oxtail guy.
Oh, you and me both.
Yeah, oxtail. Actually, I like to dabble in both. I like to steal food from whoever I'm eating with. Plantains. Do you guys say plantain or plantain?
I say plantain.
I say plantain.
I feel like that's the right way to say it. I feel like I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
You have to switch through all different kinds of ways to say things. So.
Oh yeah. That's a part of my life, impersonating people.
You don't have amazing Jamaican restaurants in London or in LA where you shoot? No.
Nah, there's none, man.
Not at all.
Out here, I like Miss Lily's.
Miss Lily's.
I actually wrote on a gram yesterday. I was like, oh, where could I go? People said Footprints.
Oh, that's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Footprints is good.
Yes, look, first of all, the best Caribbean food is in Brooklyn. We got Footprints, we got Suede, we got Caribbean Social, we have...
This is New York.
We have Tilly's, we have
the
the
grill.
Grill.
One called the Grill.
The Grill, yes. So
there's another one as well. I can't remember what the other one's called, but I'm going to try all of it today.
That's
Can't
impossible.
Oh.
I saw you talking about how John Singleton told you to stay humble, though, amongst everything.
Yeah, for people that don't know, the first time we actually met you, you were up here with John Singleton.
Yeah.
He don't remember you, though, Envy.
Yeah, he definitely remember. He's like, this is the first time I met you in the flesh. I said, I met you when John Singleton was here. He's your light-skinned. It's all right.
Oh, man. No. There's a couple light-skinned guys in the DSS.
Okay.
You're in there.
But yeah, so how has that been for you, though? Because obviously Snowfall is such a huge show. You guys are in the 5th season. Yeah. We've watched Franklin grow up, and he has got a lot of big things happening. But in real life, you've grown up, too, and your star has grown up as well.
Yeah. It's a testament to John Singleton. You know, he really believed in me. And although I fought for the role like crazy, I auditioned like 9 times. You know, he took me to South Central, opened up the car door and said, if you survive, you got the role. And I was like walking around, had to be in character.
So you walked around South Central.
Oh yeah.
How was that? Break down that experience.
Man, so I get to John Singleton's office, and I think I'm gonna I'm gonna audition, right? It's like audition number 8 or something like that. And then he's like, yeah, no, we're not gonna read anything. We're just gonna take a walk. So we're walking around, and he's like, don't break character. And he's introducing me to people, and you know, Singleton was like God in his community. Like people would be like, yo, John, you know, and then they'd come up to me talking to me. They're like, yo, what's up, little homie? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? I'm just pretending like that I'm from there. And then his mom came, and you know, I'm British, so I'm saying a bunch of British stuff in an American accent.
But he didn't know you were British, right?
Oh no, he knew.
Right.
He knew.
Okay.
Like he wanted me to
What were you saying? What kind of British stuff were you saying?
You know, like you guys say like elevator, I say lift. You know, you guys say ben. You guys say trash, I say ben.
Plantain.
Exactly. Plantain. Exactly. So I'm talking in American accent, and his mom comes like, oh, how lovely your hair looks today. I'm just gonna go over there and throw something in the bin. And she looks over at John and she's like, John, he ain't from here, huh? I was like, man, mom just took this role from me.
Were you scared walking around South Central?
I wasn't scared, man. I was with John, you know. That was my big brother. You know, that was my big brother, man. I miss him greatly. But as far as I get in this industry and on this journey, I'm always gonna honor Singleton for being my foundation.
Well, let's talk about the new season.
Yeah.
So you're also producing.
Oh yeah.
On the new season. How did that come about?
I forced them to give me a producer credit. No, you know, when you've been doing this show for so long, you pick up different traits, but at the same time, you want to be challenged. And my circles are so bossy today that they inspire me to want to be more of a leader. That's the truth. It's like if you're hanging around with certain types of people, having certain types of conversations, and they're like, yo, bro, you should go and then you ask and they're like, okay. You know, I've been watching the Ye doc, you know, and Hove was like, you know, closed mouths don't get fed. Like it's true. Ask and you shall receive. And I asked and they gave it to me. And above all things, I'm not saying my level of producing is at the level of my acting ability. My acting ability is quite horrible. I'm just saying, I'm saying I'm being a sponge and I'm being given an opportunity to learn so that I can use my platform and my brand to create more opportunities.
All right, we got more with Damson Idris from Snowfall. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Are you still taking piano lessons, or how's
Whoa,
that?
Damn.
So let's break this down. Where were you taking piano lessons? Where did we see him playing piano? I don't know.
Juilliard.
Yeah.
No.
Where did we see him playing piano, Yee?
I'm just asking. I saw you were taking piano lessons or something like that.
Oh, damn.
I did see a video of you.
It looked like you were good with your hands.
Oh, my
Was
Lord.
that Sweetie's piano?
Wow. Who's Sweetie? I don't know that. No. Me and that
blushing.
woman.
You're blushing.
I'm not blushing.
You're blushing.
I'm not blushing.
I know dark-skinned people who blush.
I'm nervous. I'm not blushing. No. Me and that queen are just friends. She's a great piano.
I didn't say you guys weren't. I was just asking about the piano lessons.
Yeah. She's a great piano player, and I didn't know she could play piano. I didn't even think the world knew. So I was like, oh, this is a cool moment. I just posted, but like people thought it was.
Let me ask you a question. Like,
else.
I don't know if Angela Yee can play the piano because I'm not at
Actually,
her
I
house
can.
to learn. I don't know if Taylor, who's over here, our producer, knows. I don't know if she can play the piano. So how did you get to Saweetie's house to see that she can actually play the piano?
So she's a huge Snowfall fan, right? And that day we were at lunch, I think, talking about how we could collaborate because we actually wanted to get her
before.
No, it wasn't a date.
It's
No.
work, he said.
Guys and
talking about collaborating.
guys and girls could be friends.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I
agree with you.
That's exactly what me and DR were friends.
Okay. All right, so go ahead. So you're on a date eating. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Eating lunch.
Yeah, but
or was it dinner?
Yeah. So we're having lunch, and then she wanted to show me her new place because I love CB2, and I was gonna give her some ideas about furniture and art, and then boom, we went, and then she was playing the piano. That's it. I was in there for like 5 minutes, and I dipped out. Like
you also talk about that Denzel is your idol as far as acting.
Oh yeah.
So when you see, I don't want to mess up the young lady's name. When you see the young lady interviewing Denzel, and she mentions your name, and he didn't know who you were. Break that down when you seen it and how you felt. Like you watching TV, be like, "Oh, Denzel," and he was like, "Who that is?" And then he asked the white guy. The white guy's like,
I don't know who that is." No, it was insane. So I was at home, and my phone's just
you was at your house or Sweetie's house?
Wow.
Just want to clear up. People like to start rumors.
It's messy.
I'm at my house.
Okay, your house.
So I'm at my house.
By yourself?
By myself.
All right, just asking.
Yeah, I was by myself. And my phone's like blowing up. And it's like a bunch of articles and stuff like that. And people are calling me. And it was like, yo, Denzel's like talking about you. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, so then, he didn't know who I was. And he called me Dadson address. But that was funny though. That was funny. But hey, man, like it's a new day. You know, it's a new day, and you could bash, getting notoriety through social media. I'm not gonna lie. Like there's a lot of my kind of existence has been on that through my work and just through just being me. And some people from the past still don't respect that. But look what social media has done for so many people today.
Absolutely.
We have to start moving in the direction of the future. But above all things and all of that noise, Denzel Washington is my idol. He's like a god to me. And I will never have anything bad to ever say about him.
What's next for you? What is some roles that you want to do?
Wow.
Is there something that you like? I would love to do that role. Like that's my dream role. Is it an action figure? Is
something
it this,
musical?
I love playing real people, so I'd love to play Eddie Murphy, Sidney Poitier, Fela Kuti. I'm actually I don't know. Am I allowed to say? So do you know who Rich Paul is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to play Rich Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Really, Rich Paul, the agent?
Yeah.
He said, "Do I know who Rich Paul is?"
Wait, he has a show something about him coming out, or it's in something where Rich Paul is a character?
No. Does he?
No, I'm asking you. It's something where he's.
Does he? I don't know.
You.
Yeah.
No,
I
don't think he has a show coming out, but he's a really good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people behind this window like, why did you say that? But he called me. He was like, tell the world. And I think we should. It's time we start cherishing black moguls. You know?
I agree.
And Rich is someone that people need to know. This guy has completely changed the game. I'm happy and fortunate to call him a big brother. And I can't wait to honor his story.
That's great. He actually, he approached LeBron in the airport selling jerseys.
Exactly.
I know his story.
That's crazy.
And that's how they met each other.
Yeah.
And
That's
now he's
insane.
like, and then he's, as a black sports agent, he gets looked at in a completely different way. The white sports agents were so angry that he was able to come in and get like the biggest NBA player. That'd be a good story.
It's going to be amazing, man. And
I
really
agree.
excited.
We should start telling the stories now while they're alive. Because I just hate sometimes when we wait till somebody passes away to tell that story. But Damson has to leave now.
Oh, man. All right, good. I would try to get a couple of spoilers out of you, but...
I know. You're really good, though. But I think I did well.
But we appreciate you for joining us, brother.
Bless you.
No, we really do,
and
yes.
good luck with everything, man.
I love the fact that you're producing. I can't wait to see what else you have coming up, just because we met you a few years ago, and I think it's just amazing to see where you are and where the show is now, and a large part of that is because of you. So.
Wow, man, that means so much, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's Damson Idris. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our Audible pick of the day is The Big Lie, an Audible original starring John Hamm. It's about 3 filmmakers producing a controversial movie in Hollywood during the 1950s. Start listening with a free 30-day Audible trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, Damson Idris stopped through yesterday, and he was talking about his relationship with his ex. Let's listen.
We're still really close, really good friends. I was with her for a very long time. I met her when I was 18 years old. Who knows, man? Who knows what could happen in the future? You know, she's very much still in my life. We talk like every single day. You know, people struggle to keep relationships with their exes, but I am at a place in my life now where everyone I meet, I want them to be in my life forever. I know that's a woman that I'm gonna know forever.
So 800-585-1051.
No, and hell no is the answer.
Could you be with somebody that talks to their ex every day?
No, unless the person has kids with the other person, or unless they got some type of very lucrative business together, there's no reason for you to be talking to your ex every day, if at all.
I'm with you. Hello, who's this?
This is Shakima from Brooklyn.
Shakima from Brooklyn. Now, Shakima, could you date somebody that talks to their ex every day?
No, I could not.
I like that. I like that.
What they talking about every day?
Word is
y'all
born.
Y'all to talk about every day, then y'all might as well just try to work it out again.
Word is born.
I'm in the wedding.
That's what I'm talking
in the
about.
Wedding.
Ain't nothing to talk about every day, okay?
Ain't nothing to talk about every day.
Nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is a lot to talk about every day, but you shouldn't be talking about it with him or her.
Not at all. Hello, who's this?
Antonio.
Now, what happened in your situation, Antonio?
He hit.
So me and my ex broke up like almost 3 years ago. And we talked about every day, still travel together, try to move on, but it made it hardest to move on by talking too much. And to the point where he moved back, we got back together, and like last week.
See, now you're back together.
And that's exactly what talking to your ex every day does. It's like having a pilot light on. Eventually, it's gonna catch flame. Somebody gonna turn the damn heat on. I think I said that right. Somebody gonna turn the damn fireplace on. Okay? Because that pilot light was lit.
I thought you were talking stove, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Same thing. Somebody gonna turn the stove on. Something with some fire gonna happen is what I'm trying to tell you.
Hello, who's this?
This is Marcus from Columbia, South Carolina.
803 Metro, what's happening?
Now, Marcus, what's going on with you and your wife, bro?
So my wife got a baby daddy at her ex, and she's a nice lady, so she, tends to try to be communicative with him because before, when I came along, he wouldn't talk to her. So I allow it to happen. I said, all right, maybe y'all can bring some communication for the kid. But now it became a problem. He's calling every day. It ain't about the kid. And it's either he's trying to get some advice from her or he's just trying to hold a little small talk.
He trying to get some advice and some ass. That's the truth, though.
About that. But, you know, and he has his own issues. I'm like, hey, let him deal with his own issues, and when he decides he want to deal with the kids, then he can communicate. But as of now, that got to stop.
So they got, hold on, they have kids together. Is he in the kid's life?
No. He's in the kid's life only when someone pushes them on. Like, he don't call and say, hey, I want to see the kids.
When he's forced.
Bring the kids by. He just, if his mom or her would say, hey, the kids want to see you, or they've been asking about you, then he'll say, well, okay, you can bring them by.
I think that in a situation like this, it's still tricky only because that is the baby daddy. And you know, you know how important it is for a father to be in a child's life. So she might still be holding out hope that he gets his stuff together so he can be in his child's life.
Yeah, she says that, but I keep telling her, I said, if it took you to leave him, that should have been a wake-up call.
That's real.
And even all through these years, like even his older daughter, he talks to her, but they don't have a father-daughter communication like a father and his daughter should.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's cut him off.
Are you stupid? All right,
block,
man.
tell us you got to block him.
So what's the moral of the story?
I don't know if there's a moral. Everybody got to do what works for them, but I'm just telling you what works for me. That don't work for me. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a business or you got kids together, there's no reason for you to be talking to your ex every day. What you got the pilot light on for? You don't even use that fireplace no more. That fireplace don't work.
All right.
You got a new stove. It's electric. Woogie, woogie, woogie.
With you, Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
This
Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
A queen, an icon living.
That's right, Viola Davis. Welcome.
Woo, congratulations.
Good morning.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
How are you today?
You know what? I'm pretty good. I'm well rested. I feel alive.
There you go.
Okay.
Alert.
Okay.
Well, thank you for taking time to come and sit with us. This was so exciting.
It's a little raggedy
have
show.
You on the schedule of Viola Davis Finding Me.
Yes.
Man, this book is such a beautiful exploration of your inner child. Like when you started the journey of writing this book, did you know you would go on that journey with your inner child as well?
Yeah, that was the whole point, that I needed to find that inner child. And my inner child was one that needed both healing and needed to be celebrated. She was a survivor, as well as someone who, held a lot of trauma. But I felt like I had to explore it because we were at a period of time. I wrote it during the pandemic. The George Floyd of it all, the Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor of it all, everything. Dealing with the COVID, with the election, I felt like I was having a crisis of meaning. And it was my way of pressing the reset button. Just to understand, man, Viola, what are you supposed to do from here on out? It just was a big wake-up call, personally and, culturally. So that's why I wrote the book. I had to go back to the beginning of me.
Did you start during the pandemic, or this was something you were doing beforehand and you were just so many projects, you was like, I'll get to it? Oh, this was pandemic, this is what I want to do.
Well, I didn't want to do nothing during the pandemic, but I did start during the pandemic. I had just finished How to Get Away with Murder. I literally just ended it that March. And then I started writing the book. It was something to do because otherwise I was going stir crazy. I wasn't the person who settled into the pandemic. I felt everything that was going on around me, and I felt the chaos of it. And I internalized it. So this book was great therapy.
So when God made you sit still and, during the pandemic, what did you see about yourself that you hadn't saw in a while?
I saw a lot of things. I saw Viola as a survivor. I saw, I keep telling this story ad nauseum. I know I've told it a lot. But I've always said, you got to leave a legacy, right? So I said, life is like a relay race. It's what you do with your dash of time and what great runner you pass that baton, off to. You pass it on to the next generation. They pass it on to the person, who's after them and after them. And I realized during the writing of the book is those great runners are you at a different age. The 6-year-old who survives it and may survive it really messy, may have been inappropriate, but she ran her leg of the race and passed the baton on to the 14-year-old Viola, who said, I want to be an actor. In the midst of all the poverty, the abuse, the bedwetting, the sexual abuse, all of that, she wanted to be an actor. She saw a way out. And 14-year-old passed it on to the 28-year-old who said, you know what? I need therapy because I want healthy relationships in my life. I want to be happier, and I don't know how to do that. And she passed it on to the 34-year-old Viola who got married, to the 45-year-old Viola who then became a mom, and then now I'm 56, and I have the baton in my hand. And now what? What am I supposed to do with this part of my life? Because I would say at 56, you're a little bit past midlife. So that's what I learned. It's like it's a constant reassessment of where do you want to be? What do you want your life to sort of look like? And I keep coming back to this because I know that the number one regret of the dying is they didn't take risks. They didn't become their ideal self. I don't want anyone to think that I wasn't brave. And I think that sometimes people hold off braveness and courage because they don't want to risk failure and they don't want to risk shame. And I think you got to risk it. And that's been my biggest discovery in writing the book.
You say in the book that memories are powerful, right? Some people like to forget memories because it's so painful and so hurtful. But it seems like you use it as inspiration to push yourself harder. Why is that?
I think the pain, the trauma is equal to the joy and the peace in your life. I think that they're one and the same. I don't think that the pain and the trauma and the hard times are a detour from life. I think it's a part of life. And I think that when you refuse to lean in to all of it, is you refuse to become connected to yourself. And that's why no one can connect with anyone else. Because the only time we want to meet is with great stories of overcoming and winning. And then when someone feels like they're not overcoming and they're not winning and they're not waking up happy every day, then they feel like they need to hide in the closet, not come out, not open their mouths, not say anything. There's no one to share with. There's no sacred space to be you. I count it all joy. Now, when I say I count it all joy, it takes some time sometimes to count it all joy, but I do believe that it's all a part of life. I've been in too many spaces where I haven't been able to connect with people.
You just never know what people have gone through to get to where they are today, which is why a memoir like this, where you were so open and honest about everything, it really helped us to see like where you come from when you're acting. And I wanted to ask you about your relationship with your parents.
Yeah.
Because in this book, you talk a lot about things that happened to you when you were a child. What did you realize while writing this book about like your father and about your mother?
I realized they did the best they could with what they had. That's what I realized.
Because it's so hard to forgive your dad. I know, you talk about how abusive he was to your mother and things that you had to witness. So was it hard for you to even forgive that?
Yeah. Forgiveness is, to me, I feel like forgiveness and faith are equal in terms of they're the hardest things to achieve. They're so abstract. So it comes down to choice. I forgive for myself. I forgive because I don't want to carry that weight. The weight of vengefulness, of regret, and all of that, for me, it blocks everything from coming into your life. And I don't think that anyone wants to see a 60-year-old or hear a 60-year-old sitting in front of their therapist saying, I, haven't been able to make my marriage work or this work in my life because what my dad did when I was 5. At some point, your life becomes yours.
That's wild that you said that because my wife was up here the other day and she was like, when she forgave for herself. And I didn't understand it at first. Because most people think when you forgive, you're forgiving the person that hurt you. But it's actually to take away that pain from yourself so you don't have to deal with it anymore. Is that what you're saying when you say I forgive for myself?
Well, yeah, that's part of it. I do believe it's a sort of prison. And not to get too philosophical,
of course,
But I believe that when you get to the end of your life, you're not thinking about all the people that you hated and all the people that did you wrong. I don't think that you're thinking about that when you're taking your last breath. I just don't. I think all of that goes away, and I think everything comes into sharp focus, which is probably making amends, probably being with the people that you love, probably sewing everything up, probably holding someone's hands. But I don't think that we're thinking about all of that. I think that, once again, the only person you could save is yourself. That's the only thing that you could do. You can't keep backtracking as what wrong someone did to you or whatever. You got to figure out how to heal that. It's like you haven't met all the people who are going to love you in your life yet. And so when you meet all these people who are going to love you, they do not want to meet a vengeful person. Okay? Because they're going to get the overflow of that vengefulness. As a matter of fact, they're not going to get the overflow of that vengefulness. They're going to get nothing. They're going to go so far with you, and then it's going to stop. I've been with those people. They're called emotionally unavailable.
All right, we have more with Viola Davis. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
I love how you held your father accountable, but also humanized him. Did you always see the humanity in him, or was that something that happened as you got older with the more work you did on yourself?
Absolutely. More work I did on myself, the more I saw his humanity, the more I could connect the dots. I thought life was like a Disney movie. People are just good or bad. That's it. The evil villain who just comes out, just wants to destroy everyone. I didn't know that people acted because of specific memories, once again, trauma in their lives. They're people. And we really demonize black people.
In a weird way, you wouldn't even be doing what you're doing if all those things hadn't happened to you as a child.
Absolutely.
Because it was such an escape for you to be able to turn on the TV. You said it was Cicely Tyson, right, that you saw that made you even say, this is what I want to do.
Absolutely. That woman and that performance was everything. I remember the moment I saw that performance because it was like magic. It was a magician pulling a rabbit out of the hat, if you've ever seen the performance. She aged from 18 to 110, and you could not even believe it. From the first frame of that, it was a miniseries, and literally the wind stopped blowing, the sun came out, and I saw a portal, a way out of the poverty, the trauma. I just felt like if I could do that, I could make a life. I think sometimes you got to see it, and I know everybody just puts faith on people, especially on us, especially on black folk.
That's all we had.
I know, that's all we had, but it's a lot. You go up to young black kids who are coming from really challenging backgrounds, and people come up to them and say, you could be who and what you want to be. You just have to dream big. And then once you make it, you come back, you bring your family up, you bring your community up. And I'm sure if that kid had a language, he would say, how?
That's right.
That's a lot.
Right.
You just throw, and then you got to work 10 times as hard. You throw all of that on their lap. And then at 15, if they can't even if they can't achieve it at all, if they feel like they want to give up, then we just berate them. It's a lot that we put on them. So sometimes you got to see it. You got to hold it. Somebody's got to throw you a rope. They do.
I was going to ask you, you talk about Cicely, but what was some of your positive influences? Because, you talk about, your parents and how you looked at your dad, and you talked about, going to the white school and the white kids chasing you home with bricks, and you talk about all those things. So what positive influence did you have? What was your safe haven as a kid, if there wasn't?
There was no one safe haven. For me, what life becomes about is how someone could take you from A to A+, from A+ to D, from D to F, to M, to M to, there are people who can carry you at different points in your life. It could be a teacher. It could be a parent. It could be a relative. It could be a stranger that gives you one word. I had a lot of teachers. Even the first teacher who looked at me, and he was an acting coach, who looked at me and told me I was beautiful. That meant a lot to me. And The first person who just came into science class because he was a teacher, and I called him in the middle of the day. He was an upward bound teacher, and I said I was having a panic attack. He came to the school. He interrupted science class. He said, I want to see Viola. The science teacher said, you can't do that. He said, excuse me, sir, I'm going to do it. Anybody who throws you a rope and sees you and likes you, there is something about someone looking at you and liking you.
Right. And even seeing your potential when you can't see it.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes you talk yourself out of things, right, because of fear, but then someone tells you, like your science teacher, listen, you need to apply for this, you can do it. And you tell yourself, I can't do it. Why would they take me? Why would they accept me? But somebody else believing in you and giving you the tools, like you can't make excuses anymore after a while.
And you know what? Very seldom am I in a space, and I know y'all can say the same thing, but am I in a space, especially as a dark-skinned black woman, and could speak my truth about what that means, the isolation that of that experience, okay? Because it comes at you threefold. It comes at you through, yes, white America. It comes to you through the experience and the culture of America, and it comes to you through even black culture. I'm just going to say it because it's called colorism. It's its own different sect of racism, and it is destructive. Because what you tell women in general is that beauty is a value, which it's not. Listen, I'm one of those people, I think everybody's beautiful. And I really do. I don't talk about stuff like that.
Even the bullfrogs?
I mean, oh yes. Well, the bullfrogs, that's a different level. There was some mean women.
Ugly inside.
Sure. But you consider it a value. And with someone who you feel has value, you pay attention to them, you pour into them, you think that they're smarter, more valuable, more everything. So when you go up to little chocolate girls who are darker than a paper bag and you're constantly telling them they're not as cute, they have bad hair, they have this, that you're putting negative connotations, and then you can literally Google people who seem to have had press conferences to talk about how unattractive they find darker skinned women. I mean, here's the thing. Even if you feel that way, why are you going to spread that? How do you think people are going to receive that? And we know how difficult it is to get a leg up, you know, in the black community, the lack of opportunity, what we're running from. And then you're going to put that on us. And so, and when you can't speak your truth in a room, then you feel like you have to hide yourself. It's like physically painful.
I want to ask you a couple more questions about your father because I found that dynamic so interesting. And you said something in the book, and I'm paraphrasing, but you said your father was an abuser who became a good partner.
Yeah.
In this era of cancel culture, some people couldn't even imagine that happening. Can you explain?
He did. And I think he always had it in him. I think he was wrestling. You know, I always feel like you got two people that you wrestle with, right? And it's who you feed. And I think he fed the more violent aspects of himself. I think he was running from a lot. But in the last several decades, I think since I was probably in my 20s, he helped my mom raise a lot of my relatives' children. And he loved my mother. He was always there, rubbing her feet. And towards the end of his life, and when I say towards the end, the last couple of days of his life, my mom would always say every single day he woke up, even when he was suffering from dementia towards the end, he would say, you know, May Alice, you know, I'm sorry about what I did to you.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I feel like that's everything. I mean, how many people do you know that even make amends, that even open their mouths? And I think that I feel like that has to be acknowledged as an incredible character trait.
All right, well, don't move. We got more with Viola Davis when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches. Donkey of the day with Charlamagne. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
It's not me. It's really not me. It's absolutely y'all. Donkey of the day for Monday, May 16th goes to a young lady named Jania Douglas of Florida. Now, what does your Uncle Charla always say about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. I got a question for you. It's a simple one. What's on your bucket list? I don't have to explain to you what a bucket list is, do I? It's simply a number of experiences or achievements that a person hopes to have or accomplish during their lifetime. I don't think I've ever technically called things that I've accomplished bucket list items. I'm more of a vision board type of person, but we all have things we want to do in life, okay? Some can be career-oriented, some can be personal, but we all simply have things we have historically wanted to do. And once we did them, we scratched them off their list. You know, we scratch them off our list. Angela, what's been something on your bucket list that you scratched off?
What is something on my bucket list that I scratched off? A long time ago, buying a house. That was it.
Okay. Envy, what's something on your bucket list that you scratched off?
Traveling to South Africa.
Going to South Africa. See, those are real goals. Those are accomplishments that make sense. They're productive. They're positive. Okay, they give you something to work towards. But people's bucket lists vary for a lot of reasons. And I can almost guarantee that Jania's bucket list is different, okay, than a lot of people's. All right, see, Jania was recently charged with fleeing and eluding authorities and failure to obey an order from a law enforcement officer when she refused to stop, okay, on last Thursday morning in the Florida Keys. Let me paint the picture for you. Jania was driving a Toyota sedan. All right, she was speeding and driving reckless near North Key Largo at about 7:47 a.m. An officer turned on his lights and siren, but Jania did not stop. Okay, and she continued southbound until stopping at a three-way intersection. That's as far as that Toyota sedan could go. Now, what was she fleeing for? Did she have a warrant she knew about? Did she have a car full of drugs and guns? Was she under the influence of any narcotics or alcohol? Was there a dead white woman in the trunk? No. Her reasoning, her motive was that she told the deputy that getting arrested had been on her bucket list since high school.
What?
I repeat, Jania fled and eluded deputies and said she did it because getting arrested was on her bucket list since high school. Let me tell you, I think she's 19 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Let me be clear. Yeah, she's 19 years old of Homestead, Florida. Listen.
Yes. What race she is.
First thing I want to know, Jania, what else is on your list? Okay, I know it's your personal bucket list, but you need to let somebody read over it to see what else is on there because damn, man. All right? I also need y'all to know something. Hey, I'm old. Okay, Uncle Charlotte is old, Brother Leonard is old, I'm 43. My body different, I'm breathing different. If you don't know what line that movie from, you ain't black. But I'm saying all that to say, I don't understand what's happening no more, man. I don't understand this generation. I have no clue on what is happening anymore, but I'm not going to generalize a whole generation. We live in a world where we have to rely on the most unpredictable thing on the planet to keep us all safe, and that's human behavior. The only thing that keeps us relatively safe on this planet is the actions of each other. And we are living on this third rock from the sun with people who want to scratch getting arrested off their bucket list. So between this and folks who just wake up wanting to commit mass shootings, we doomed. But Jania, I want you to know something. You clearly can do anything you put your mind to. Now, other things you might set your mind to do, other things you might put on your bucket list might be a little more difficult than getting arrested, but I believe in you, and I hope that this situation lets you realize that anything you put on your bucket list, you can absolutely do. Anything you set your mind to, you can absolutely do. You just need to make some adjustments to your little bucket list, okay? Once again, I'm sitting here trying to understand the logic of something that is illogical, but it's not illogical. It's just Florida. Please give Jania Douglas the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
You want to play a game?
No, I don't, actually.
You don't want to play a game?
I don't want want to. You know what? All right, I'm gonna humor you to play a game. Okay,
here we go.
Let's play a game of Guess What Race It Is.
All right, let's do it.
Florida woman, 19 years old, driving a Toyota sedan, accused of fleeing a deputy, says arrest was on her bucket list since high school. Angela Yee, guess what race she is?
Well, she's definitely not black because I don't think that's on our bucket list.
Oh, okay.
That's never been on our bucket list.
Okay, Angela says definitely not black. So what do you got?
I guess white.
Okay, DJ Envy.
Please arrest me.
DJ
I promise you I was doing something wrong. Can you please arrest me?
DJ Envy, a woman driving a Toyota sedan, 19 years old, of Florida, wanted to get arrested because she said it was on her bucket list. Guess what race she is?
Damn it, man. I was going black until she just had me like thinking for a little bit. Because black person don't want to get arrested. Like, we don't
We're
want
trying to avoid it.
Yeah, we want to avoid
White
that.
people got to beg to be arrested.
Yeah, you're right. But my gut told me black earlier, though.
See, what y'all always fail to realize when we do Guess What Race It Is, we have different categories. Maybe one day I got to just run down the categories.
What's the category?
But there's white. You know, we have Asian. We have Spanish. Latino.
Yeah.
And we have black.
Black, right.
But we also got nigga.
Powerful niggery at work.
Engineer Douglas is what we call a young nigga around these parts.
Oh, man.
Powerful niggery at work.
Damn it, man.
That's all this is. Okay,
Who
powerful
raised her?
The
That doesn't
niggas.
make sense.
The other niggas. What are you talking about? Okay.
The words of T.K. Kirkland.
But she can grow out of this. Okay, we all have our nigga face.
But she got a record.
And by the way, the nigga face is not just for black people. There's white niggas too. Okay?
They just can't use the word.
This was an act of bigotry.
The Breakfast Club.
Come on.
Need relationship advice? Need personal advice? Just need real advice. Call up now for Ask Yee.
Keep it real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
Hi, this is Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. What's your question for Yeezy?
So the situation is, I've been in a relationship for maybe like 17 years. And during my relationship, we had like different sexual interests. And I thought I'm like a dominatrix. I really like control in the bedroom. And he seemed like he was into it. I like to turn them out, but I don't really like when they're into it. So I've been noticing more and more where they are, he is like toking his booty out, or cause it's like hanging, and I'm kind of not interested in it no more. So I want to know, how do I bring up the conversation with him without hurting his feelings or demasculating him, thinking that
wait, let me.
something else is wrong.
So the problem is that you're a dominatrix, right? But he's enjoying it too much?
I want to say yes, that is the problem.
Okay, you want him to be like
on anymore. It's like, are you really now like interested in that, or
Okay, so in the beginning he wasn't enjoying it.
No, he was. I like I said, I like to turn him out. So he was like, heck no, stay away from that area. What do you think this is? Kind of like.
Okay, so you mean with anal, like putting something in his.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, first of all, you said the goal is to turn someone out. It worked.
Yeah, it did.
So now that you turned him out, you're bored.
But the thing is, we are life partners, and I don't know if this is going to mess up our actual relationship.
Well, as a dominatrix, maybe you need to find something else to do to him next to turn him out on.
Elaborate.
I mean, okay, look. What other things do you do as a dominatrix in this relationship? Because I guess the dynamic now is messed up, right? As a dominatrix, he's supposed to be like, no, I don't want that. I don't like that. He's resistant. But now he's like, yes, bring it. Do it to me. Peg me.
Yes. And like I said, for that,
do it to me.
I noticed that he took his booty out before I'm ready to actually take it, and I'm like,
right now this feels like something we both enjoy, and it wasn't supposed to be like that.
It's so wrong.
So are there other things that you do to him in that situation, that relationship, to maybe there's something else you could do where you're stepping on him with the high heels, maybe a little light whipping, anything like that?
Yeah, we do little role plays of, you know, I want to say slave or patient. We do like little role plays, but like I said, it's just more of now. Like if we doing regular sex, he's ready to shoot his tushy out.
This is so wrong, man.
What if you use a bigger dildo?
What are we talking about? She did.
This is so wrong.
Why is it wrong?
Men, do not let women play in your butt unless they're willing to make a real commitment to you. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, he gave you the butt, and now all of a sudden it's too far.
Guys, this is
bad.
SZ, okay?
Yes.
Are they not married, right?
Actually, we are married.
What?
He gave you his butt, and now you're saying it's too much?
You mad because you turned me out because I like it?
You know, but the problem is that you did turn him out and got him to like something that he was resistant to at first, and now you don't like it anymore. So, I mean, what can you do? It worked.
Take that man, mama.
Give some suggestions. If not, like, I'm really feel like I'm in a hard place because I don't want to say to him, I don't want to do it anymore. And like I said, I'm the one that started this whole. But
Ooh, maybe you could do the opposite now, right? And torture him by not doing it.
Oh man. What you don't do to another man's butt, somebody else will.
Charlamagne was just
I mean, is it that you don't want to peg him anymore at all?
Correct.
What if he acted like he
This is so
doesn't
wrong.
what if he acted like he doesn't like it now moving forward and you let him
Should I ask him to like resist a little bit more?
Yeah, tell him like look, the dynamics of what this was is not what it is now, and this is what I need you to do for me to feel turned on. He might actually enjoy that too.
That's not fair, mama. If he likes something and now all of a sudden y'all supposed to be a couple, y'all supposed to enjoy each other.
Well, she's not enjoying it.
But he is.
Right, but he might enjoy also doing the role playing of acting like this is his first time doing it.
He didn't want to do it in the first place.
know
But
why?
he broke down for her to do it, and now when he actually likes it,
If
now
he
she
wants it, he might have to play along.
You know why a lot of men don't like butt play? Because they feel like it makes them feel like less of a man, right? It makes them feel like a sucker, right? So now I've been vulnerable with you. You turned me out, and now you telling me to stop acting like a bitch. Well, guess who turned me into one?
Tell us how you feel.
I'm just saying.
Anyway, have you communicated any of this to him?
Slight hints, but not very direct, saying, you know, this is how I feel at this current moment. How can we make a change?
Well, be direct. You're a dominatrix. Be direct, okay? And tell him, look, this ain't fun for me no more. Before it was a resistance situation, you ain't want it. Now you tooting it up.
Toot that dang up, daddy, make it roll.
What if I'm now seeing it like in our regular household situation? Like it seems like I have to take control of everything, and it's like, is that from the way of our bedroom action is? And now it's like I don't want to call it bitching out because I don't want to downplay who he is. Because he's far from a female dog, but like. He's very now soft, or he's not taking control as I think a man in the household.
This is so wrong.
So he might think this is what you want. And if you haven't communicated that you don't like it, he might think this is the dynamic that you wanted.
But Charlamagne did say something real true. What you don't do, somebody else will do.
Stop it, guys.
It's the truth. You turned him on to it, so he likes it, he enjoys it.
You need to let him know that this is not working for you and this is not what your intention was, so he can take charge in certain situations again.
This is why men don't open up our hearts or our butts to people. Because of situations like this. All right?
But the main
You see
thing
how
is that you're
judged this
not
man is
telling
being
him
right now?
what it is that you need. You got to let him know.
But she wanted it at first, and he didn't want to do it at first, and then he finally opened up and did it.
Envy.
It got turned out.
Envy,
and now
you
she
and your
treating me
assless
like
chaps
a
just
bitch.
be quiet.
Why are you doing that?
That's foul.
All right, so listen, talk to him, okay?
I'm soft
You got to
now.
work through this.
You begged to play in my butt. I let you play in my butt. Now you looking at me like I'm soft.
Let's just keep that.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
Okay.
This is toxic femininity.
What's his number? We need to call him.
No, stop it.
This is toxic
I
femininity.
don't think I want to put him on the spot.
Yeah, don't do it.
All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
This is toxic femininity.
Ashley, we have no problem answering any question,
That's
okay?
foul. He
This is
opened up.
foul.
He opened up for her, He enjoys it now, and now she's just gonna take it back.
This sounded too personal,
Y'all say y'all
guys.
can't get men to communicate. Right. We open up. Then y'all tell us y'all don't like what we say. You say we don't share our emotions. We open up our hearts. Y'all break our hearts. Y'all say we don't want like butt play. We open our butts. Now, look.
You take it back.
You guys have been too into Ask Yee these past couple of days.
This is crazy.
This is foul.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is foul.
These toxic women
Y'all
that are
have been
calling this
liking
radio
this way
station.
too much
We need
for
to
me.
protest. Ask Yee. 800.
I'm gonna get a butt hat. I'm gonna get a butt cheek hat.
800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. So we are on vacation, so we're playing the best of. So the best of interviews, the best of moments, some of the dopest and hottest things that's been on the Breakfast Club.
I like that. And
today is something special because tickets go on sale.
Listen, man, tickets go on sale for the Black Effect Podcast Festival today. I'm doing my first ever Black Effect Podcast Festival at the Brooklyn Mirage here in Brooklyn. We got some of your favorite shows like the 85 South Show, All the Smoke, Horrible Decisions, Reasonably Shady, the Big Facts Podcast, Black Tech Green Money with Will Lucas, Checking In with Michelle Williams, the Trap Nerds Podcast, and We Talk Back with my two homegirls from South Carolina, Tam Bam and AJ, all right? It's all hosted by my man Lil Duval and Nyla Simone. We got food, we got drinks, all of that good stuff, and tickets are on sale right now. Go to blackeffect.com/podfest. That's blackeffect.com/podfest. If you want tickets to come to see the first ever Black Effect Podcast Festival Sunday, August 28th. Go to blackeffect.com/podfest right now and get your tickets.
That's right. All right, well, don't move. We got more the best of moments. We on vacation. We'll be back in a couple of days. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.